Hello everybody, back again with another video. This is going to be different to what you've seen before. This is going to be a Baccarat video. So I've not been playing Baccarat for that long, a week or so maybe, so yeah, still an absolute fucking noob, but I thought I'd make a video on it anyway. I found a nice little Baccarat strategy that's really easy to follow, and as you can see, it's generally hit, but you can miss as well. Like, it's still gambling, you can still lose money. And as you can see here, I started with 100, was doing really well, got up to 210, and then I had a big fucking loss. But then since that big loss, every session has won, and I've slowly crawled my way back to 184 and £5. So we're back up in the profit. What I think I'm going to tell you what the strategy first. It's just a series of 6 bets, and it's in a pattern. So if you don't know anything about Baccarat, it'll probably not make much sense to you, but it will do when you see the table. But what we're going to do is we're going to bet banker, player. No, we're not. It's the other way around. What I do is bet player, banker, player, player, banker, banker. And if one of those bet loses, you just martingale, so you double your next bet and move down the betting sequence. So player, banker, player, player, banker, banker. I say out of all the sessions I've had so far, that strategy has only wiped me out once. I've had a series of those 6 not hitting. But when it does happen, fuck, because it's Martingale, it wipes you out, man. So I went from 210 to 36. But then I've also been able to recoup my losses from 36 using this strategy back up to 184. So it is what it is. The plan is get my balance up to, well, I could probably do it now, to be honest. If I had a starting bet of £1, I need a complete bankroll of 63 to go through the 6-step progression. So I mean, I could withdraw everything above £63 and just leave myself that £63 starting, which I might do actually after this session. But for this session I will be starting at £2. I need an accumulated bankroll of 126 to cover that 6-step progression, which I have. So yeah, £184 start. I'm looking for 10% profit or 10% bankroll increase per session, so I'm looking to end at £202. So with that being said, let's pop over and find ourselves a player or a dealer. Pardon me. So we'll start. I've just played that table not long ago actually. We will start. That one's still got quite a lot left by the looks of things. So if you don't know anything about Baccarat, the goal is to get as close to 9 as you can. You get dealt 2 cards, and then there's different sort of rules as to whether a 3rd card gets dealt. But you're aiming for 9. Anything over 9, so if you draw, say, a 7 and a 4, 7 and a 4 is 11, so you chop the front number off, so you've actually just got 1. I say there are situations where you'll get dealt a 3rd card, but the goal is to as close to 9 as possible. And what I do, I start betting when we've got a new column on here on the bead row. I start betting at the beginning of a new column, so we've got a couple of hands to wait until we've got a new column. So this is the bead road or the bead plate. This is the main road, I think it's called. Basically what this shows is the streaks in sort of chronological order. So you can see now at the minute blue is player, and player's on a fucking hell of a streak, and that sort of is reflected here on the bead plate as well. You can see how many successive player wins there has been. That is really all you need to know. Well, you don't even really need to pay much attention to this, because you just got to bet the sequence fucking regardless, and you'll either win or you won't win. It's as simple as that. You can tie as well. If you tie, then it's just a refund, you get your money back. And if I tie, I just pretend it didn't happen, rebet and carry on. So we're at the beginning of a new column now, so bet 2 on player. If this loses, my next bet will be on banker, on Martingale on banker. If that loses, it's player. If that loses, it's player. If that loses, it's banker. If that loses, it's banker. If that loses, I'm fucked. And that one. So what I like to do is get my 1 win and run away. Find another dealer. And we start again. So she's got another couple to deal until we're on a new column. You probably don't need to wait for a new column. It's just a, don't know, superstition thing I do. I don't know. It probably makes no odds whatsoever. But I like to do it anyway. Gives me that nice warm, oh yeah man, it's definitely a system, rather than just fucking blind luck, you know. It's not entirely blind luck, is it? I mean, the odds of 6 consecutive bets being the exact opposite of what you're betting on are slim, when it's basically it is a 50-50 more or less. The banker does have a slight edge. It's like a 1.0 something% edge, and that's just because of the rules regarding when third cards are drawn. But it's not negligible. Any edge isn't negligible, but it's a small edge. So for all intents and purposes, it's a 50-50. And the banker won that one. So we rebet, double, and then we move it across to banker. So it's player, banker, player, player, banker, banker. And there we go. Oh, and if a banker wins, it does take a 5% commission. So it's not exactly a 1-to-1 on a banker win, but it is what it is. Let's find another table. She's 2 in at the minute. We'll nip across and sit with her for a little while. She'll be on her 3rd hand now, I think. Yeah. Just wait for her to get another 3 hands dealt, and then we'll start a fresh column, and then we'll start a betting. I hope I've explained the system sort of well enough. I think it's easy enough to follow, isn't it? Player, banker, player, player, banker, banker, Martingale losses. Job done. Easy enough. There's probably other betting progressions you could use if you wanted to. There's D'Alembert, isn't there, where you just add 1, but then you need to work up and down the D'Alembert system. You can get in it, and it can be difficult to get back out. So that's the downside of the D'Alembert. Martingale, the downside is when you lose all, you fucking lose big time. But I don't know, swings and roundabouts, I guess, innit? They've both got the positives and negatives. But for the most part, this Martingale progression I'm using is serving me fairly well. So that's a banker win. We're at a new column, so £2 on player. And that's a loss. Banker won that one. Repeat and double and put it on banker. So we're on 6 and 7. Banker wins. There we go. Let's find another table. Okay, wait for 2 more hands to get dealt and then we're in. So yeah, the main road over here as well, at the top of it tells you how many wins. Players had 8, bankers had 7, there's been 2 ties. And then I should probably learn about it all, but I'm not gonna. Dots and things, I don't know. And then these ones down here. Yeah, pass. Don't know. Don't need to know for the sake of this strategy, to be honest. It probably all is useful information for other strategies. Might even be useful for this, but I don't know. I know enough to get by, I think. I will be having another roulette session later on as well, using the roulettecalculators.com dealer tracker again. Been liking that tool lately. That's a banker win. That's a natural 9 for the banker, thank you very much. That's another win. Where are we on this table? 4 hands, I'm too impatient to wait for that. Let's go find somebody else that's closer. That's too many cards out there. That's a new shoe. Let's try this one. Ugh. I know it's speed Baccarat and it doesn't take long, but no one wants to sit around for 5 hands, do they? 3, after this one, 2 to go. Yeah, we'll sit and wait here, I guess. That's a player win. So, £2 on player. So yeah, you can see this strategy then, this player banker, player banker banker strategy. It's got a high win rate. Like, you do win frequently, but it's just the losses. When you have a loss, you really do have a loss. So win for the player. New table, she's 2 in at the minute, she's 3 in, she'll be dealing a 4th now. Go on then. Sit on this table till she's dealt a couple more. Okay, you see how that player's got a dot on it? I think that signifies that the player had a pair, because the player had a pair of queens then. I think that's what that signifies. Because you can actually bet on pairs as well as outside bets. So yeah, I'm assuming that's what that was. So new column, new run of bets. First bet, £2 on player. That's 9 for us. There we go. Next table. It's also quite a high action strategy. Like, you're not sitting around waiting for too long, which is nice. Keeps you entertained, doesn't it? Can be boring sometimes sitting there waiting for triggers, or like on roulette if you're sitting there waiting, tracking, waiting for signatures and stuff. Not boring, you know what I mean, but everyone wants to be playing, so yeah, not much waiting around with this. Just straight on and straight into it. That's 9 for us. There we go. That's another win. Thank you very much. Next table. Where's she at? Another 3 hands. Yeah, I can wait that long, I suppose. Yeah, that is what that dot means, because look, player 1, there's a red dot on it that signifies that the banker had a pair, so the banker had a pair of kings. There we go. Learn something new every day, don't you? That's what the dots mean. There's nothing for 3 of a kind, though. It's just a pair. You see across here on the main road, you've got, it was a banker, but then there's a slash through it. That's to signify that it was a banker, and then there was a tie. And then it went player, banker, player, then a streak of 3 bankers. That's what's going on over there. Right, new column, new run of bets, £2 on player. And that's a tie. So that was a refund. So all we do in the event of a tie is we just rebet, pretend that the tie didn't happen, and just pretend we're starting this column again. Ties do pay 8 to 1, which isn't bad. I've not seen any sort of Baccarat strategy that involves betting on ties though. Every Baccarat strategy I've seen has been just betting on player or banker. And that was another one. So what table was that? Was that one? Shall we jump on? Yeah, we'll just go to the next one along. How far in is she? Need to wait for another 3. I don't want to sit around for that long. Sat around that long enough for the last one. Let's try that one. Waiting for 3 there as well. Next one. Where are we on this one? There we go. Wait for this hand. And then we're in. So banker win. 9/0. £2 on player. And that's a win for us. Right, so I just want one more win and then I've hit my goal of 202. She's not a million miles away. I think she's got 4 hands dealt so far. Yeah, this is the 5th, so wait for one more and then get on it. It was 202 I was aiming for, wasn't it? 202. So one more win puts us just above 202. There we go. New column. New beginning of the sequence. Off we go. £2 on player. Banker wins with a natural 9. You get natural 8 and a natural 9, and all that is, it's just 8 or 9 dealt with 2 cards. There's no third card come into the equation. And if a natural 8 or a natural 9 is drawn, no third cards will be dealt. Player won that one with a natural 9. So now we're on a player. This is the first of 2 player bets, assuming this one doesn't win. Banker wins again with a natural 9. So this is the second player bet. Banker wins with a natural 9. This is the first of 2 banker bets. And in fact, if this loses, I won't go to the next one in the progression. And that one did lose. Right, so I'm not going to go for the next bet, because if I do, I won't have enough to cover 126. So protect your money, I guess. I should probably have withdrew before I started this session, really, because that's put me down a bit. Never mind. Never mind. It could have been a worse loss. And that one that just came out then was banker, so sod's law, eh? Never mind though. Right, that's that, guys. Hope you enjoyed that, found it helpful. Didn't find it helpful and think I'm a dick, let me know. Comment section's there. Feel free to like the video, subscribe to my channel if you want. I'll be posting more videos later. Take care, everyone.